Hello everyone, my name's Tony and welcome back to Fragdicted. In today's episode, I'm going to be talking about another fragrance that I've got from Lauren J. Paris, and this one is called CH Good Men. Can you guess what this is inspired by? Stay right where you are. So back again for another fragrance review, 2 in 1 week, who would have guessed it? As you might have seen in my previous video, I did another fragrance review of Veron Deep Blue, which was their inspired by version of Dylan Blue, and actually really impressed by that. For the money it is, I thought it was a fantastic fragrance. So I was quite eager to try this one because this is much more sort of the style of fragrance that I like, sort of an oriental, spicy, type fragrance. It's got some sweetness to it. Let's not give it all away right now. Let's show you what the box looks like and then we'll get the fragrance out and talk you through it. So on the back there you have the ingredients and you also have the notes, which is quite handy. So that's the box. Let me open it and see what the bottle looks like. So this is the bottle. So it is black. You can't see through it. Plastic lid with gold banding on it and another gold atomizer, which again, quite a wide spray. It doesn't spray very far, but the atomizer is perfectly acceptable. I can smell that in the air straight away. This is quite a strong fragrance. This is an EDP concentration. 100 ml of this will cost you $11.99. This is inspired by, if you hadn't guessed already, Carolina Herrera's Bad Boy, which you can pick the 100 ml bottle of that up for around £60 if you shop around. So at $11.99, does this match up to it? Now, I can't tell you what the original smells like side by side. I haven't got the original bottle. It's the one that's got sort of Harry Potter lightning strike bottle, the black bottle with some gold detailing on it. So I actually quite like that bottle. I think they do look quite gaudy, but I like it. I'm quite pleased to be trying something that I haven't got in my collection. When you first spray this, you don't get the same sort of alcohol blast that you get from Veron Deep Blue that I reviewed earlier in the week. It hasn't got that in the opening, which I'm quite pleased by. This does remind me of a few things. When you first spray it, you get a sort of spicy, sweet bubblegumness from it that you get in a lot of other fragrances. So for that reason, it does remind me of a few other things. Let me run through the notes with you. In the top, it's got bergamot, black pepper and white pepper. In the mid, it's got cedar and sage. And in the base, it's got tonka, amberwood and cocoa. When you first spray it, you get quite a sort of spicy, sweet bubblegum kick from it. Now, when I say bubblegum, I don't mean it smells like Hubba Bubba. It does remind me of other things. It reminds me a little bit of the sweetness that you'd find in something like Rich, Warm, Addictive from Zara. I wouldn't say this smells like 1 million, but if you like 1 million, I think you would like this. The first spray you get with that sort of spicy kick from the pepper, and then you get that sort of sweet bubblegumness that you get in something like Invictus comes straight to the forefront. But then that sort of deepness of the chocolate, the cacao note that comes through, changes it and makes it a little bit deeper. It goes a little powdery on me after a little while of the wearing. So I detect some sort of a musky note in there that isn't listed. And also detect probably there's some ambroxan in there as well to help with the performance. But again, that's not listed. I would imagine that's probably in the original. It's got this like slight saltiness in there, but I think that's ambroxan. I might be wrong though. I'm not an expert. Anybody that knows me knows I love 1 million. I love Rich, Warm, Addictive. So do I love this? You know what? For the money, this is incredible value for money. $11.99, and it lasts all day. It smells good. It's going to be a crowd pleaser. It's going to be something that other people will enjoy on you as well as you enjoying on yourself. If you spray too much, it could become a little bit overbearing, a little bit cloying if you spray loads of it. So go a little bit easier on the trigger. I think less is more on this. Just a couple of sprays on your neck and maybe one on your wrists, I think would be enough. 3 to 4 sprays. The longevity, the projection, the performance, everything's good about that. So there's nothing to complain about, especially with something that costs the the price that this does. Often cheaper fragrances just wear away. This doesn't. So although this does have this sort of lovely sweetness to it, and because of the chocolate, you might think it's a bit of a sort of gourmand style fragrance. I think where that changes from a gourmand is the spicy note you get from it. It's almost sort of tickles the back of your throat. So I think this would be really great on a night out, in a date night setting. Date night, do you remember date nights? I think I've forgotten what date nights are like. Definitely need a date night. So this is, I'm not gonna lie, it's a little bit synthetic, a little bit, but most designer fragrances are. So if you are a niche fragrance lover, I'm not sure that this would 100% be up your street because of that syntheticness to it, but it smells good. For someone that's just starting out a collection, for someone that just wants something that lasts all day, something that's got a bit of power to it, it smells good still, it's crowd pleasing, it's got that lovely sweetness to it. I don't think you could go wrong with this. I really don't. I think this is a great release in this line, I really do. So thanks again to Lauren J. Paris for sending this out to me. I really appreciate it. Really enjoyed reviewing it. I've really enjoyed owning it and wearing it. They know that I've had both of these fragrances now for a couple of weeks. I haven't been ready to review anything because everything that's been going on in my life, but I am back now and I'm going to enjoy definitely both of these fragrances. They're just a bit of a dumb reach if I'm being honest, but they smell good, and for the money they are, I don't know much other stuff out there for this money for 100ml that would compete. So for that reason, I'm going to say that they are definitely something to consider. So just to recap, a spicy, peppery opening, a bubblegum sweetness that's in the same realms of something like Invictus, but it's got this sort of thickness, this almost creaminess to it. It goes a little bit powdery. You get that deep, dark cacao note that's there, and then this sort of powdery tonka that's in the base that I'm predicting has also got a little bit of musk and maybe some ambrox in. So all those notes mixed together, it smells good. I hope you enjoyed the review. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe. And one last thing, don't forget to keep smelling wonderful.